Okay, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Please come in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see who is here. I miss y'all so much. Sleepy B said, "What you got to say?" Don't do that. Hey, Alikia. Natasha, Shark Tank Life, Adele, Dr. Fiza 27. Hello. CS. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, y'all, listen. Hey, morning, afternoon, Leo lady. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Um, yeah. First off, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I have been on a North American adventure since Sunday. So, I'm actually getting ready to embark on my next trip. But I wanted to come to you all and just talk about some things really quickly because I don't think people, depending on the timeline you're on, I don't think people understand that things are shifting and things are changing, right? Hey, Compton Ebony. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I don't think people understand that things are shifting, things are changing. And um, I just have a question. I have a question. Out of everyone here who follows me, who subscribes to me, that have taken my classes, that have, just been vibing with me since I first came on YouTube 4 years ago, 4 years ago, this month, um, I just have a question. What have you all learned from me? What have you all learned from me? What have you all learned from me? Because I'm seeing some things, I'm seeing some conversations online, and I would be remiss if I did not talk about some of these things. Um, yeah, I would be remiss if I didn't. I would be remiss. Hey, sweet Ace of Silhouette. So what have you all learned from me in these 4 years? I know I kind of debuted on YouTube, tarot readings, and all this stuff like that. But as we have grown as a spiritual community, especially here on YouTube, what have you all learned from me? And I'm asking in a roundabout way because I will get to the point. But I feel like right now there's a conversation that we really need to have. We've had it before, but we need to have it again. Oh, no worries. No worries, Andrea. Yeah, no, seriously, seriously, what have you all learned from me? Too much to type. Okay, I see you, Compton Ebony. Okay, so because I don't know how much time I'm gonna have, I'm literally up, showered, dressed, packed. I'm waiting for Mr. Hoodoo to come back and scoop me up from the hotel so we can go about our next travels. Um, have we not learned that two things? One, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself and the people that you care about. No one is coming to save you. You better get your resources together and you better learn some magic. And I have been saying that at least for the past couple years. At least for the past couple years, I've been saying all these things, but I feel like I have to say it again. And here's why. The other day I was on Threads. The other day I was on Threads and the conversation was about the food supply. I know y'all been seeing all these recalls. The blueberries, the guacamole, the eggs, the such and such. Now there's what was it? Metal shards in bread. There's like all this crazy stuff, right? And it's one after another, after another, after another. And I'm looking at this in terms of there are so many ways that I'm looking at this and interpreting this, but y'all, please get your resources together. No one is coming to save you. And again, this conversation that we're having right now, and I'm going to get to the serious, this is the serious stuff first, and then we'll probably chat and chill after this, but I have to say it. There was a woman on threads, and again, the conversation was about the food supply and everything like that. And someone said that, well, I can't start a garden. I don't want to start a garden. Well, baby, if none of the food in the grocery stores are good, what are you going to eat? And I say this in terms of the way that the system is set up. The system is set up for you to rely on it, banking on the day that they will have full control over you. Well, I live in an apartment. What am I supposed to do? You better get you some damn buckets. Get you some buckets and some dirt and start doing something. Okay? Like seriously. Seriously. Because if the eggs are being recalled and they're shutting down the food factories, you can't eat the lettuce unless it's like from oh, what's it called? What's the one? I forgot the one it is called. I went to the grocery store the other day. We wanted a salad, and I made sure I got the lettuce from the place that the business that's not contaminated, right, with cyclospora. Um, you better start learning how to bake some bread. Okay, flour, yeast, all of this stuff. Bake you some bread. Grow some things that you can grow and build community. I have been saying for the past few years, get your resources together. A few months ago, I talked about what? The possibility of, and they're not going to say it, recession, depression. This country is already in a recession. We may be going into the depression. Okay. All of the parallels that I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing it online. Energies connecting, I told you all, connecting back to 2008, connecting back to 1929. Those energies. Chiron is in Taurus. Saturn will be moving into Taurus soon, like next year. Restrictions on resources, and we're starting to see it now. If you can't eat the eggs, if the chicken is contaminated from the grocery store, there's all this stuff. Learn. You can make ice cream at home. You can at least you can learn to grow things. And again, the conversation online was, well, I shouldn't have to do this. It's not about what you should have to do. It's about what are you going to do to ensure your survival. What are you going to do to ensure your survival? Those of you that have children, what are you going to do to ensure the survival of your children? What are you going to feed them? I told you all, get your resources together. All of this shit that's happening right now, this is a test run. And again, it depends on which timeline you're on. I have conferred with Spirit. Mr. Hoodoo and I were on a different timeline to where things won't befall us as much as it will other people. But baby, what you gonna feed your children if you have children? The pet food is being contaminated. What you mean you don't want to start no garden? What you mean you don't want to do? You better learn. You better learn something, and you better build community. They're talking about in various places they don't want you to collect rent. I keep telling y'all, and I'm gonna say it again because I love y'all. Okay, Figure it out. Figure it out now. Figure it out now. Figure it out. Um, it's not about what you want or they should be doing better. They're showing you all of this shit is a test run. They are showing you, and this is not to scare you. But people often say, I wish I would have known, then I would have prepared. I'm telling you now. And it really depends on the timeline you're on. I'm telling you now, get your shit together. Your rice, your shelf stable stuff. Build community with other people. To I'm saying it. Look at look at Gary, Indiana. The storms that went through the Midwest, the storms through the Midwest. Gary, Indiana has been without power for 10 days. What you gonna do? You can at least get some solar powered chargers for your phone or for your laptop, or you can at least do that. Some batteries, candles. If the power is out, how are you gonna cook? Do you have a grill? You can at least grill on your grill with charcoal. Like, I need for you all to think about these things because all this shit is a test run. All of this is a test run. Okay? All of this is a test run. Okay? All this is a test run. Gary, Indiana has been without power for 10 days. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do you have a backup plan? If you needed to run right now, do you have things set in place where you can run? I need for you all to think about these things. I need for you all to think about these things. The wildfires. I've been seeing people that, they evacuate now. Evacuate now for these wildfires. You all need to make sure. I'm telling you all this because I don't want you all to be caught out there and you ass out. But you have to be in charge of your life, your survival, and the survival of your children if you have children. Because the government is not going to do it. We see the state of this country, of the United States. If it wasn't bad then, whatever you deem as bad, the weird lab grown meat that's now in grocery stores, some grocery stores, the weird lab grown meat that's now in some restaurants. Get your shit together. I don't care what you do. Money spells, protection spells, whatever it is you need to do. But get and do it because I would rather for you to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You better believe Mr. Hoodoo and I have bug out bags at home in San Jose. You better believe we do. You better believe that, and I know that, I'm not counting anyone's resources, but do what you can with the resources and with the financial resources that you have. Work on getting you some more financial resources. Use that magic and get the shit that you need. And prepare. I'm just telling y'all, prepare, because the way I'm looking at this is just like, okay, so, because when the panini of 2020 happened, Mr. Hoodoo and I, we were fine. When the panini of 2020 happened and everybody was out there scrambling for food and toilet paper and everything like that, we we had we had plenty, plenty. We had. But, things like water. I know people are just like, oh, well, it won't go out. Baby, you don't know what can happen. All this shit is a test run. I'm not here to scare anyone. I'm not here to anything like that. I just want you to think about the important things. I want you to think about the important things and not the bread and circuses that's out here. I want you all to think about the important things. Okay? Sleepy B says, physically learn how to manifest money into my life and learn you can actually create the lifestyle you want. Amen. Mm-hmm. Natasha says, sigils, candles, jars, planets, moon, hidden codes, right in my face, spiritual energy and energy harvesting. Yep. CS says, I've learned a lot about how to decipher things that I see and look at them in a different light. I've learned a lot about magic and astrology and not raw dog and life. Mm-hmm. Andrea says, your readings were very insightful for me. I'm glad to hear it. Adele says, you taught me to keep my mouth shut about what the F you doing. Don't touch them earths without gloves on. Yeah, depending on what you're doing. Uh-huh. Sleepy B says, I was watching American Gods the other night and Odin said, a charm can be learned. And I instantly thought of you. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep, glass and frozen fruit bars. Like literally seeing people throw up their hands like our ancestors, right? And I don't care who you're talking about. I don't care if you talk humans developed agriculture. I'm not saying you need 40 acres and a mule, but you better but you can learn how to garden. You can learn how to grow things to eat. You can do that. You can do that. You can do that. You can have some barrels outside and catch some rainwater. Okay? You can have that outside and catch some rainwater just in case. Just in case. Okay? Just in case you need water to bathe and to flush the toilet. There are so, especially with, whether you believe in climate change or not, whether you believe there's a weather machine or not, the weather has been weathering across this country. The weather has been weathering. The tornadoes yesterday in fucking New York, New Jersey. When does that happen? How Chicago is really, really, really part of Tornado Alley now. Indianapolis, various parts of Indiana and Ohio are flooded. What you gonna do? Gary, Indiana has no power. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, the lettuce. Uh huh. Oh, Gotham Greens is the lettuce that is safe to eat if you need to go to the store and get some lettuce. Gotham Greens. Uh huh. Adele says, buy your books. Don't get them online services. Stock up on supplies, food, water, and garden. Amen. Yes. Buy the physical book. They can't delete it. They can't delete the book in your house. I told you all, remember back in 2022, it was either 2022 or 2023. It may have been 2023. I did that reading. I did that reading about the global reset. And part of the global reset was information. Make sure you have your information. Print out stuff. Have physical copies of stuff. Laminate stuff. FedEx and UPS store still exist. Office Depot and Staples still exist. I'm telling you all because I want you all to be prepared for anything. Those of you who feel like you need to leave the United States and move to another country for your well-being, go ahead and do that. We talked about that a couple months ago. For some people, it's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time. Okay? Eye drops, shampoo, and face washes also be recalled. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm saying. I see that about eye drops, right? I have my eye drops that I have had for a while. I keep some when I'm traveling. I wear contact lenses, so yes, I have eye drops. Yeah, Tyson is shutting down factories. And they're shutting down this factory, this food supply stuff, so they can introduce the weirdo lab grown meat, lab grown shit. Like it's fucking weird. Leo Lady says, my sisters live RT door, and we have a garden. My neighbor across the street has the meat, chicken, goats. We started when that thing took office. I am so glad to hear it, Leah Lady. You can have some chickens are the egg chickens, and some are the chickens for slaughter to eat. You better do it. Yeah, Gotham greens. Kenyan African bread takes AP flour, salt, sugar, warm. Oh, chapati. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love chapati. Chapati is really good. Hey, Kevin. Kevin says facts. The depression is definitely coming. Like, listen, I'm telling y'all, and I have to remind you all every now and then because it's easy to get distracted with things. You said 2007, 2008 was the worst for me. Yeah. Adele says, I purchase wheat berries and have a grinder to make my own flour. I have stock of beans for protein. Yeah. Like, I have a bread maker. All you need is some flour and some yeast, some water. We've made bread before. And the things that, like, and all of this is tied to Pluto being in Aquarius. All this is tied to the eclipses, because the South Node is in Leo right now. That's the releasing. That's the draining. The North Node is in Aquarius. So the lunar nodes are on the Aquarius Leo axis. This is change. This is people seeing and understanding that there are only like three companies that govern food in the United States. This is people realizing the monopolies that are going on here in the United States. This is people realizing that you go to Whole Foods and you're buying something and it's the same shit that's in Aldi, right? People are starting, the masses are starting to wake up. I saw somebody yesterday said they just canceled every streaming service that they had because part of this great reset is you will own nothing and be happy. Okay? I don't know about y'all. I have my PlayStations that I can play movies in, and Mr. Hoodoo and I still have all these DVDs and stuff to watch movies. Okay? Because people have bought things on Spotify, people have bought things on Apple or Amazon, and you paid for it, and then they remove the digital file, and you can't get your money back. That's theft. It's legal theft. It's corporate theft. It's theft. It's theft. Like tariffs and stuff, tariffs on, like, things coming in from other countries. Because understand, the other countries don't have the same food and health issues that we do here in the United States. When I was in the DR, y'all know I went to Punta Cana in June. I was in Punta Cana and I ate everything. I'm talking about lamb chops most days, drinking all this fresh juice. I was eating. I just knew I had gained 5 pounds. I got back home, I didn't gain any weight. I didn't gain any weight, and I didn't work out on that trip. It's the food. The food here is killing us. So right now we are in the midst of an awakening here in the United States where people are drawing their line in the sand because the streaming services don't want you to own shit. Okay, they don't want you to own it. The surveillance state, the food supply. Understand the various ways that we are being attacked in this country. Understand in various ways. Healthcare is shit. Look at Mexico. Mexico just got universal healthcare. People want to talk shit about Mexico all they want to. Mexico got universal healthcare. Healthcare is free for all Mexican citizens. Talk shit all you want to. They got free healthcare. So I want you all to, whatever it is that you want to do, plan to do, make sure you're getting your ducks in a row. Make sure you have physical things that you can actually own. Okay? It's I don't know if y'all heard about, the newer cars coming out. There's surveillance in the cars where, if you're not paying attention to the road, they can stop your car and shit like that. I remember seeing that in the Fast and Furious movie. I forgot how many years ago that was. What, 2008, 2009, where they had the EMP shut down the cars and they had to go get the old school cars that were just engine cars. Uh huh. When I get another car, it won't be one of these new ones. Okay. I want you all to just understand all the different ways that we are being assaulted. Um, hey Flora. Yeah, yeah, seriously. Yeah, she said it's very ghetto. Yes. I want you all, like I said, understand this. Understand all of this. In addition to them silencing people who talk about certain things. Right? So, but I'm telling you all this so you all can get your shit together, whatever it is. Hey, L Boogie. Seeds. Seeds. I saw on Threads the other day they were selling pineapples in the grocery store without the top of the pineapple. Why? Because you can grow a pineapple yourself from the top of the pineapple. If there's no top of the pineapple, you can't grow a pineapple. All the fruits and vegetables that don't have seeds. People have been saying get your heirloom seeds for how long? Like, and again, I say this not to scare anyone, but I want you all to look at the reality of what is going on around us. Yeah, Gary, Indiana, yeah, it's wild. It's wild, yeah. Right, water receding. We're in an El Nino year, which means um, the crops and stuff are different. And I know they are different. Last year, okay, so you know where I live, it's like all these fruit trees, right? Last year, Mr. Hoodoo and I, we went out to the nectarine tree. The nectarine tree, a natural tree that's planted out there, it's not a farm tree, it's, just a natural tree because a lot of stuff grows in California. We went to the nectarine tree last year. Those nectarines were big, beautiful, full, heavy, juicy, the best nectarines I've ever had in my life, right? The apples from the apple tree where we live. Big, wonderful apples. I like apples, good fiber, nutrients, you can get water. This year, and this was maybe about 3 weeks ago, we went to the nectarine tree. 3 weeks to a month ago. Went to the nectarine tree. Them nectarines weren't as they were small like plums. Because the environment, the climate has changed from last year to this year. The climate has changed. The apples on the apple tree small, small like plums. Small. They didn't even for the it's a gala apple tree. They didn't even turn fully red. They were still kind of like greenish. And like I said, this is where I live. These are the trees that are these are not farm trees because the climate is different. So if the yield on these fruit trees where I live is small this year, I know that the trees, the um the produce trees in various other parts of California around the country are they have a smaller yield this year. I know it. We're not getting the fertilizer, right? Tariffs, the shit going on in the Middle East. We're not getting the oil reserves are down to some of the lowest points since like 2008. Like shit is happening out here. Shit is really happening out here. But motherfuckers talking about fucking tiny desk in a versus. I need for you all to, and I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying like it's like two different worlds, and it's just like the shit that they want you to focus on versus reality. And again, my timeline, my reality is different from yours. But if I'm seeing things, I want you all to be ready. Hey, sexy RN. They're purposely not reactivating the power in Indiana. It's a part of their agenda to still fear and force people to believe there's lack. Right. But if you have your supplies, you could at least withstand some of that. If you have your supplies, if you have your generator, if you have solar powered something, or a grill to cook on with charcoal, matches, a lighter, you can still eat. You can still cook something. Like, Kevin says, remember that spirit through the rods and cards talked about? Yeah. Uh-huh. Flora says, I live alone. I don't know what will come to me in a blackout, but I need an emergency kit. You absolutely do. Get you a bug out bag together. Like, I live in California. Wildfires. Hey, Empress girl. Buckets. Sleepy B said buckets are amazing pots. Natasha said it's not safe to buy anything, right? Try to use up what you have. No, you can buy things. You just have to look and see the from the companies that are not trying to kill you and buy things like Red Mill. Red Mill oats, Red Mill flour is good. King Arthur flour is good. Red Mill, like I said, we have a bag of Red Mill like oatmeal at home, and like we're so we have and getting like King Arthur flour and stuff like that. Red Mill also has yeast. You can they have all these different flours you can work with, tapioca flour, coconut flour. Like you can get things, you just have to go online and look and see which companies are not trying to kill you. Gotham Greens for like the lettuce. There's a black owned canned food company. I think it's called Good Good. Black owned canned food company. But canned food, right? Um the pasta sauces and stuff is you can make pasta sauce with tomatoes. It's really like tomatoes that are stewed, blended, you cook it down, you season it, right? Like we have to remember that we come from people who were farmers. Like there wasn't all this industrial stuff 200 years ago. So if you wanted to eat, you had, we can relearn. We've gotten so used to living in this modern state that we forget that things can change. It could be a natural disaster. A hurricane can slam into Florida, and what you gonna do? Mm-hmm. Amazon is destroying the books. What did I tell you all 2 3 years ago almost 4 years ago when I did the Great Reset live stream tarot reading? I told you information is going to be important. They are buying all these books, feeding it into their AI, and then destroying the physical books. Y'all better have some books. Paper maps. Okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the El Nino. Oh, the El Nino is already happening because Hawaii is getting fucked up from this hurricane. The El Nino is already happening. El Nino is already happening. Kevin says AI is absorbing the data from rare books and then they're destroyed. Yeah. Uh huh. Y'all better read them ingredients too. This is what I'm telling y'all. Like, it is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I agree. But I want my people to be aware and to be prepared. El Boogie says, I've definitely been getting the urge to relocate out of state, maybe even out of the country. Then fear kicks in, I'm conflicted. That's fear. That's fear. And I understand because if this is the only country, the only home that you've ever known, I understand. Um, but listen, when other countries have high speed rail, high speed trains, when other countries you can just walk into the pharmacy and get whatever you need for a urinary tract infection, you can go get all this medicine over the counter that here in the United States you need a prescription for. In other places, it's either a few dollars or it's free. Okay, because let me tell you, y'all know I go to Cancun all the time. If you go into the little stores, like most resorts in Cancun will have like a convenience store. You can get what you need. You can buy some T-shirts, or you can get Band-Aids or whatever, whatever. Baby, the way that they Viagra is over the counter in Mexico. Viagra is over the counter. You need a prescription for it here. You can go into the pharmacy in Mexico and just get what you need. Things that help. Okay, not talking about Viagra because you don't really need Viagra is not necessary to live. But people who need medicine. If you need insulin in other countries, it's like $15. And this is what I'm saying. Like, the propaganda in this country has been so long Then when people travel and visit other countries, they are astounded and realize how ghetto America is. Speed bullet trains. Speed bullet trains. Uh-huh. Speed bullet trains, better health care, right? The food that isn't going to kill you, and cost of living is cheaper. No country on this planet is perfect. Nowhere is perfect. But if you can live with a regulated nervous system and the food isn't trying to kill you, and if you need medicines and stuff, you can go into the store and get it for $10, and the cost of living is cheaper, and you can live somewhere, instead of paying $5,000, you might be paying $1,000. The propaganda in this country that we have been propagandized that we are the best country in the world is been so long, and so many people travel outside of the country and then they realize that this is a lie. That this is a lie. Okay? Not saying it's perfect. It's not perfect here, it's not perfect in these other countries. But baby, I understand the fear. I understand the fear. And if you have like children or if you have like elderly loved ones or whatever, I get it. But baby, do what you gotta do. Too much is happening. Yep. These distractions. Hey, unicorn. Hey. Oh no, you good, boo. Sorry eyed. Hey, boo. You still have that big case full of DVDs? I do too. I do too. I do too. Y'all better start learning how to sail the seven seas too, if you catch my drift. Okay, I used to sail the seven seas. I may have to start sailing the seven seas again. I refuse. The only thing that I'm paying for right now is Netflix, and we're probably gonna get rid of Netflix soon. Because if you sail the seven seas, you can find what you need. Um, and we have Amazon Prime only because we have Amazon Prime Video only because we have Amazon Prime. They tricked everybody into, upload everything into the cloud. I ain't never uploaded shit into the damn cloud. I'm gonna have this on my damn hard drive where I own it locally and control it. Okay, understand the scam. Compton Ebony says definitely notice the difference. Ordered some groceries online a while back on Amazon. The chicken literally shredded when yeah. Sleepy B says, I do not have Amazon Prime or Netflix. I got DVDs on deck though. Yeah. Like I said, I have Netflix because we travel so much. And we have Amazon Prime because we do use Amazon Prime. Like when I need to get stuff for my mom, okay, for Mama Hoodoo in Chicago. If she needs something, I can send something to her, to Mama Hoodoo in Chicago. But, that's really it. We got rid of Hulu. We canceled cable years ago. We ain't having listen, get out here. Hey, Isis. Florabella says, I need to get a VCR or something. This country is becoming a big mess. They have to entitled. Yep. Find you a DVD player. Goodwill. DVD player. Like I said, I have my PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. I can play DVDs. I'm good. And whenever we buy a house again, I'm building a media library that's gonna be locally hosted. Okay, because y'all know I'm an IT tech person. That's what I was doing professionally. So I'm doing all that. I'm doing all that. Like, listen, Mr. Hoodoo and I, we were out yesterday, and he was like, "Did you know that?" Like, I don't know if y'all knew, but he told me. He said Walmart bought Vizio. The Vizio TVs. The Vizio TVs were the little TV you can get that weren't super expensive. He said Walmart bought Vizio TVs, and now if you buy a Vizio TV, you can't use it without downloading the app because they want to fucking spy on you. They are literally out here doing dynamic digital pricing. If two people walk into the same Target or Walmart or wherever, and you pick up a box of cereal and they pick up a box of cereal, your price might be different from theirs, even though it's the same. They're doing dynamic pricing. They are also doing dynamic pricing when it comes to people's salaries. They are using your debt information, all this information that is sold online by data brokers, to see how much debt you are in, to see how desperate you are to offer you the lowest salary that you will take. This is the United States doing this, that allows this. So when I say get your resources together, okay, they want slavery back. They want indentured servitude and slavery back. Okay, understand, understand. Mm-hmm. Flora says, my mom said the same when she went to the UK. She ate her butt off and didn't gain a pound being there 2 weeks. Yeah. Listen, listen. When I tell you I was good, I mean I was eating everything. The lamb, the lamb that they cut for like the gyros. I was eating lamb chops. I was eating that. I was eating the pita bread. I was eating plantains. Every time I turned around, I had a plate of plantain, fried plantain, shrimp, steak, bread, soup, short ribs. I was eating everything when I was in the DR and didn't gain not a pound of weight. Didn't gain any weight. No weight. So, mm-hmm. It's the food here. Yeah. And this is it right here. Analytical One said it. Corporations think we won't adapt and step away to survive. Exactly. When they get you so roped in to where you can't step away. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Leah Lady says andazi is a form of fried bread that originated on the Swahili coast of East Africa. It's also known as buffer. Okay, okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Mm-hmm. Okay, anazazi. Yep. Kill switch build in any car after 2025. Yep. Isis says I was just having a conversation about these changes. Prepare as much as you can. Amen. Mm-hmm. Hey, humble hummingbird. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and they're putting it right in our faces. They said, what you gonna do? You can't do nothing. You already locked in. You already locked in. You are already locked in. They're doing it with, these data centers, and the data centers aren't paying their electricity. They're putting it on you. They're putting the electricity cost of their data centers on you. Somebody had a PG&E, I live in California, a PG&E electric bill. Her electric bill was like $600. $500 of that woman's electric bill was the delivery charges from PG&E. She did not use $500 worth of electricity. That was the delivery charges from PG&E. She used probably like $60 worth of electricity that month. They want you so broken, destitute, and reliant on them, so they can keep their bullshit going. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And yes, this is warfare. This is psychological and mental warfare. So many things happening at once so that people can't get their nervous system in line. They can't think. Every time it's something happening, something happening, something happening, something happening, people just clock out. They mentally check out and they're just like, whatever. That's psychological mental warfare. This is war tactics. This is war tactics. These are war tactics. Okay? Hey JMM. That's war tactics. I want you to understand this war tactics. If you throwing everything at people at one time, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to trust. They just clock out. And then when they clock out, what do? They soothe themselves. They self-soothe themselves. So then they self-soothe themselves with whatever it is they soothe themselves with. Okay? Right. Talking about relationships, like this is stupid shit. Um, Empress says, I grow pineapples at home, watermelon in my aunt's garden. Yes. Starry Eye said, me and my family are having this convo. My mom and I are about to go over winter preps. It's no joke. Yeah. Yeah. Kevin says, pay attention to the years Q is mentioning. 1929, 2008. The cycles are repeating themselves again. Absolutely, Kevin. And for those of you who were there for my August 12th solar eclipse in Leo video a couple weeks back, what was it, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago? I said that this solar eclipse is connected to 2008 because the last time there was a solar eclipse with the South Node in Leo was 2008. Okay, so this past solar eclipse was connected to 2008 and 2017. Okay, but pay attention when you start seeing the stuff in the news. You're starting to see it more and more now that, okay, the economy can't take it. We're $30 trillion in debt. Credit card companies are reducing people's credit card limits because they know people are going to not pay it. I've seen people online say they're not paying their debt anymore. The money that they were using to pay the debt, they're storing the money, saving the money so that they can have some type of financial cushion for themselves. Okay? Understand what's going on out here. Okay? But absolutely pay attention. I've been telling you all this about resources for a while. I've been telling y'all about the information war since I did that great reset live stream reading, tarot reading. And I've been telling you all about the potential financial recession, depression. The shit is starting now. I told you 3 things I was looking at. The first was Chiron moving into Taurus. Chiron is an asteroid. Chiron has moved into Taurus. The next thing was Saturn moving into Taurus as well. That's not happening until next year sometime. And the third one was Jupiter moving into Virgo. That's not happening for a couple years yet. But when their powers combine, it is a possible, like I said, we are already in the recession. They just don't want to call it that. It may end up looking like a depression. Okay. So I've been here giving y'all the information. I need for y'all to pay attention. Okay? They lay it out, whether you're in a home, apartment, farm, whatever. Yep. Mm-hmm. Red Mill. Yep. JMM says, I have a small portable generator that my daughter bought me last year. We get a lot of power outages in my area of Metro Detroit. Hey, I was just in Detroit the other day. Well, I wasn't in Detroit, but I flew out of Detroit's airport the other day. I've literally been in Indianapolis, Ohio, and I flew out of Detroit's airport the other day. I'm catching another flight later on today. But yeah, so understand these things so that you can get your shit together. If you got medicines that you need and you can get you, do what you got to do. If you know, like me, like if you know you wear contact lenses and you can afford it, go ahead and buy you a year supply. Okay? Buy you a year supply. Get what you need to do. I bought myself a year supply because we just don't know what the fuck is going on because the little people, we don't control any of these supply lines, the supply chains. We don't control any of this. Leo Lady says, a friend that lives in Gary said the YN was pounding at the electrical company, so they put them last to get power, according to my friend. I've seen that story online, and I don't care what anyone says. Them people need power. You need power. And this is the bullshit I'm talking about. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. If they really wanted to help those people, all they have to do is have, a police car or 2 follow the power trucks around to restore the power. That way, if people try to act up, which they should, get arrested. But they don't want to do that. This is a lame excuse, and they're doing it because Gary, Indiana is majority black. So I want you to understand, blackness is still a target out here. Understand that the world does not like black people. The world likes our culture. The world likes our creativity. The world likes our labor. But this world is anti-black. You move through it the way you need to move through it. That is some bullshit. Then people still need power. That's unhumane. Because what about these hospitals? What about, places? You still need power. That's a bullshit excuse. Mm-hmm. Get listen. Get your candy bars together. Mm-hmm. Get your candy bars together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, less popular or locally owned brands. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. King Arthur. King Arthur for flour and stuff like that. Red Mill makes cereals, oatmeal. They have a lot of flours. Gotham Greens for different lettuces and stuff like that. And then Good, GOOD, is a black owned canned food company. Canned food, still canned food. You know, if you have an air fryer at home, you can probably dehydrate, some bananas and have banana chips, and the dehydrator still works. You can dehydrate things in your oven too as well. It's ways to do things. Sun dried tomatoes are literally sun dried. So, Um, JMM said we had that Midwest power outage in 2003. That taught me stock up and keep some cash on hand. We couldn't get gas or use the ATM. What have I been telling you all about cash? Cash is always gonna be king. Notice how they want you to move into this cashless society, because if you don't have cash, you can be controlled. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, red meal is really good. Like Mr. Hoodoo and we have red meal oatmeal. So we've been doing overnight oats. So we're becoming yuppies. We're doing the overnight oats. So we have like some banana milk over the oatmeal, and then like chia seeds, and like we season it up, like mix yogurt into it. And so we've been eating our overnight oats. It's been really good. Flora says they've been playing in our faces for years, but folks are too busy segregating by race to see what they. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Make your own food most of the time. Because the pharmaceutical companies get money through prescriptions. Uh-huh. Yep. 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 So I want you all to um hey Mons. Hey Mons. Yeah, I want you all to make sure that you are paying attention, because again, I saw someone on Threads the other day said, "Well, what am I supposed to do?" You're supposed to figure it out and survive. Figure it out and survive. You're supposed to figure it out. I don't care if you don't want a garden. You better figure it out. Because if you don't know what to do and get in a grocery store, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Starry Eye says facts. Listen, we used to do it for deployments. We made sure we stay entertained and we have the technology. Yeah, we already have the technology. Listen, on my other phone, my old iPhone, I got all my music on my old iPhone, all of it. So I listen to it when I want to listen to it. Okay, I'm not streaming anything. I listen to it when I want to listen to it. Uh huh. Listen to it when I want to listen to it. Okay, I'm about to buy the DVDs of my favorite shows. My favorite show is Stargate SG-1. I am a sci-fi techie supernatural fantasy person. That's my favorite genre of movies and TV shows. Stargate SG-1 is my favorite show in the entire world, followed by the old cartoon from the 90s, Gargoyles, right? Gargoyles. Uh-huh. I'm about to buy Stargate SG-1, the entire DVD set, so whenever I want to watch it, I can watch it. Okay? Okay. Y'all get it together. Flora says, folks don't even live among generations anymore because we're told it's better to be independent and alone, so we all went and did it. Yep. Nothing wrong with multi generational living as long as everybody act right. Community. It builds its community, right? It's community. More people can get something done than one person by themselves. Community. We can work together. We can defend together, right? Community. Mm-hmm. And Google bought the data from Spirit Airlines. Yep. Yeah, you haven't watched TV in years. Listen, I have my TV. I have, matter of fact, the TV in my bedroom right now is a Vizio, but it's an old Vizio from like 2008. It's a super old Vizio, super old, but it still works. We're not getting rid of the TV. The TV still works, okay? But, just understanding things, not hooking your TV up to the internet. It don't need the damn internet to run. Just plug the shit in, plug the plugs in the back, and connect your DVD player. Whatever. HDMI cords, the red, white, yellow cord, like the shit still works. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It works. Yep. We gotta get. Yeah, we have to. You got your Xbox? Uh huh. Sorry, I said there's this one creator I love. Her channel is about bringing old recipes back. Yes. Flora said, that's for sure. My electric a couple years ago was averaging 500. Yeah, that was not you. That's them doing bullshit. That's doing bullshit. Let me tell you all. I went 2 years ago, Mr. Hoodoo and I, we were gone for 2 weeks in our apartment. We were gone for 2 weeks. The air conditioning was turned off. We were not there for 2 weeks. My electric bill was the same as if we had been there. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, this electric bill should be cheaper than this. We weren't there for 2 whole weeks. Listen, this shit is a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. Yeah, delivery fees. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. 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 Did you see the boy in Phoenix deleted at a soccer game? I did not. Yes, they are changing the YouTube watch hours, which is going to crush small creators. Right. So if you have not been monetized, you should get monetized. Do your best to get monetized on YouTube before February of 2027. This, it doesn't affect people that are already monetized. It's for people who want to start channels and stuff like that. So it's not for creators that are already monetized. It's not for us. It's for people, new people who come to the game. 8,000 watch hours? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The debt is like $40 trillion now. Listen, my and of course we knew this was coming. Mr. Hoodoo and I, we did not when we invested, because like I said, I watch things astrologically and I knew a lot of this was coming, so we didn't heavily invest a lot of money. We invested like some of our last big investment. So as soon as we break even, we're getting out of the stock market, at least for right now. Um, we have this, the stock market has done us good, and I am definitely thankful for that blessing that the stock market has done us good. We have done well. Um, but understand the shit that's happening. Understand the shit that's happening. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't believe it either. Yeah, it's sad. Right. They don't care the city is majority black. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And Gary is seen as a low poverty area. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. You say you love overnight oats. Listen, we're part of the overnight oat gang. We had got some banana milk and we had got some coconut milk. We've been overnight oats gang for like the past 2 weeks. L Boogie says nope. As soon as the system glitches and we can't use these cards, all institutions will have to go back accepting cash. Yep. We got, listen, I got cash. The same thing I tell you all for when you're just out and about. Baby, keep cash in your wallet and in your purse. Keep cash in your wallet and in your purse. I got a couple $100 in my purse. Just in case. Just in case. Or if you're one of them people that go out with your friends and in the restaurant not gonna split the check 7 ways, baby Q throw her cash down on that table and like, all right, I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm gonna head out. Always be prepared, people. Yes, red mill. Yes, yes. You about to get a Motorola Z Flip? Yup. Analytical one says, I have a new neighbor who has a chicken coop and small garden. It's against HOA rules, but I'm not saying that we're absolutely not. Where your garden at? Where's your hydroponic garden in your living room? Or in the bathroom or wherever, whatever you gotta do, where your garden at? Chicken coop. I, yes, where I live is some chickens where I live. Mm-hmm. And my neighbor be giving us eggs. Amen. Um, and don't if you can do not live in the HOA. That's just some racist bullshit. L Boogie says I can see them purposely glitching the system so that people can access their accounts and they can steal people's money. Yep, yep. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that damn Vizio. Ain't nothing wrong with that TV in there. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that TV. And we gonna use it until we decide we don't want it no more. Juicer. Yep. Good blender. A bread maker. You can make your own bread. In the bread maker, hell, put it in the oven. We have a bread maker. Our bread maker's in storage, but when we made bread, what was that? Earlier this year or late last year when we made bread, it was so good. Put that bread in the oven. It had like pumpkin seeds and cranberries and everything. It was so good. They trap people with every upgraded phone, TV, Black Friday special. Listen, I refuse when I okay, so 2 years ago, August 2024 is when I got the phone that I have now. I had been using my iPhone 6 Plus that I bought for $200 in 2014. Okay, I have been using that phone for 10 years. The only reason I got rid of it was because it couldn't, like, no more security updates and the battery was like shot to shit. But I bought that phone 10 years ago. I'm not paying every month on a damn phone like it's a car note. The only thing I'm paying monthly on car note, which we don't have car notes. We own our cars outright. And rent or mortgage. I'm not doing that shit with a cell phone. And I'm just like, oh, just pay $19 a month for it. And I'm just like, if you don't take some money and go save and go get you go buy a phone off eBay, I'm not doing that. I went and bought me a phone that I own outright, right? Because you can't switch companies and shit like that until you pay off the balance of the phone. I'm just like, what type of shit is this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And people were going along with it. I was like, I refuse. Mr. Hoodoo and I, we bought our phones. The phones that we have right now, we bought them outright. I own my phone. It's mine. I'm just like, yeah, y'all got me fucked up. Listen, the computer that I'm on now was a birthday present for Mr. Hoodoo in 2020. This is a MacBook Pro. My MacBook Pro before this one was a Christmas present in 2011. So I had that thing for 9 years. I'm not upgrading. You get some shit that worked right the first time, and you ain't got to do all that. Same. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I need for you all to prepare, and get things together. I need for you all to prepare and get things together. Hmm. Yeah, I don't do Black Friday either. I find better deals all the time on eBay. eBay is where Q shops. I shop on eBay. Okay, amen. So listen. Now that we have talked about that for an hour, are y'all good? Are y'all gonna get y'all shit together? Are y'all gonna make sure y'all focus back on being prepared for some of anything? Okay, I need for everybody to touch and agree that they are going to focus on the things that are important, having cash, getting your resources together in case of an emergency, and going back to being as self-sufficient as you can, growing some things, making bread, building community with people that you can build community with, sticking it to the man. Sticking it to the man. Okay, so I need for everybody to touch and agree because these are important things that I want you all to not forget to do this for yourself and for your families. Do not forget. So everybody, we're gonna touch and agree. Okay, touch and agree. Amen. Okay, touch and agree. Amen. Um, because I don't want y'all to be caught out here ass out. And if you don't have what you need, get you some magic together so you can and do your magic so you can get what you need. Get what you need. Okay. Okay. Amen. 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 Um. Military handbook in case you need something. You need to build something. Locked in, touch and agree. Okay. Absolutely. All right, y'all. I had to say it because when I see so many people just be defeated on this, I don't want you all to be defeated. I want you all to understand the game that's going. Understand the game that's being played. Understand the game that's being played. Okay? Understand the game that's being played, and I want you all to be taken care of. I want your families to be taken care of. Okay? Okay. Okay, listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. It's a lot going on out here in these streets. Um, a lot going on out here in these streets. In these streets. Yes, understand the game. They want the tribalism. Remember, we can go back to remember what Epstein in the Epstein files. I pulled that up from the Epstein files. Remember when we looked over some of the Epstein files? What was that? November last year. What did they say in the Epstein files? Keeping people separated and tribalism is good for the powers that be. We saw that in the Epstein files. Keeping people separated and the tribalism and the Democrat and Republican and all like that type of shit is good for the powers that be. It's energy harvesting, it's scare tactics, this is psychological warfare. This is psychological warfare. Okay? This is psychological warfare. Okay? Okay? It really is. Now I want you to understand the game. I want you all to understand the game. And I am the one, I don't know who else you listen to, content creators or whatever, that's none of my business. But it is part of my job as one that can see through the fog and see through all this bullshit to let you all know, my people, my coterie, my community, this is the shit that's going on. This is the shit that's going on. And spirit is really waiting for humanity, at least here in the United States, to come together to fight. The problem is that the United States wants black people to kick off the shit. And I'm sorry, but I ain't doing it because I didn't do it. I'm not here to fix some shit I didn't do. It's up to them other people. That's the spiritual lesson that they supposed to learn. I don't know if they ever will. But as far as what's happening in this country, politically, they're waiting for black people to kick it off. But it's still too many people out here that are bootlickers, that suck up the companies and shit like that. Still too many people out here that are bootlickers, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't understand like why people are okay with a company shitting on them. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Um, but yeah, we as far as us, we ain't doing it. So since we not doing it, make sure you get yourself situated for you and your family so y'all can survive these next however many years it is. Learn whatever you need to learn. Get it together so you can survive. Okay. Um. Yeah. I'm looking at something right now on Threads. It says, "We made fun of China for being a surveillance state, but at least they have healthcare, high-speed trains, affordable groceries, and low-cost housing." Propaganda here in the United States. Propaganda here in the United States. Mm. Listen, listen, listen. Uh, yeah, it's disgusting. Just seeing all this stuff. You know how they're rounding up horses to send horses to be slaughtered. Like, this is so disgusting. The spiritual rape of this planet, and just like it's so disgusting. Rounding up them horses to be slaughtered. Them horses ain't did nothing to nobody. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Um, yeah. It's disgusting. Oh, alfalfa sprouts being recalled over contamination with E. coli and salmonella. Listen, they're waiting to see what we gonna do. Waiting to see what we gonna do. So yeah. Anyway, I missed y'all so much. I miss y'all so much. Like I said, I have been traveling like a mad person, and I have a flight a little later on today. Like I said, I'm waiting for Mr. Hoodoo to come back from his business meeting and come to the hotel and pick me up so we can get on our travels today. To get on our travels today. But understand there's a lot happening right now, and I really feel like the spiritual spirit is waiting for some fight back. Spirit is waiting for some fight back. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Especially with Pluto in Aquarius. Especially with Pluto in Aquarius, and understand these corporations and shit like that. All these people who have a stake in your ability to not survive. They waiting to see what we gonna do. They waiting to see what we gonna do. Mm-hmm. They're waiting to see what we gonna do. Uh-huh. Can't keep learning right. Mm-hmm. 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 Kevin says we still need that one NA and two. Oh, I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I just don't have the time because I'm gonna need like 3 solid hours for that. I have not forgotten, Kevin. I have not forgotten. Like, I'm literally like about like I know Mr. Hoodoo is on his way back to the hotel, and I didn't have time to review that. I haven't forgotten. Oh, trust me, I haven't forgotten, baby. I haven't forgotten. So I have not forgotten because I want to get into it too. I'm nosy too. I'm nosy too. I want to see what happened. I'm nosy too. But you know what we can do? We can start reviewing some of it now, and then we'll just have to finish the rest of it like next week. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna start back up with the other one so we can start get into it because I won't get to my next hotel until like midnight East Coast time tonight. Tomorrow I have a family function to go to. Sunday, Mr. Hoodoo and I have some much needed downtime, and then Monday I'm traveling again, and I won't be stable and situated until Tuesday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this stream, and I'm going to start another stream, and we're gonna start reviewing this because I think I got about 45 minutes until Mr. Hoodoo comes and picks me up. Okay. Okay. Because like I said, I'm on the go. I'm on the go. I'm on the go. And I still won't be back home to San Jose, California until August 28th. So, like I said, this has been a 2 week blitz. We're about almost a weekend. Yeah, so we're on the go. So I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna start up another stream, and we're gonna start the review. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm gonna see y'all real quick.